want to talk about.
It's St. Louis.
Welcome to the A-Train Show. And now here's your host, the A-Train, Arlington Lane.
Yeah, true chatter. Yeah, I think it's time for more true chatter. Born every day 100 new fake rappers.
We're here.
Yes, sir.
The deacon and the pastor. It looks like it's very correct. Is it beautiful where you at today, man? Because it's like, man, you outside and you got
I'm outside. I'm outside, man. I'm outside trying to get this truck fixed. So I'm sitting out chilling, but I'm enjoying this nice little weather, nice breeze.
It's
ain't
nice.
hot, ain't cold. It feels good, brother.
It's nice in St. Louis today. We in the 60s. I know you guys probably down in the 70s or 80s or something like that. So
yes, sir.
See, that's what I get all mixed up in and whatnot, man. Okay, welcome to the show, ladies and gentlemen. We here to provide some entertainment for you for the next hour. We are a little late. I do apologize for that. We was getting into stuff together, and then I got some information that I shouldn't have heard just yet. But it's okay. Everything is fine. I'm working on myself, man. I'm trying to keep the blood pressure low and all that whatnot. So we doing good things here on this side. I'm just letting you know what's going on here. All right. It's WWE Football Monday. You know how we do.
Yeah.
First of all, shout out to Travis Hunter winning the Heisman. And I ain't never seen so many people that was so was like, he did not deserve the Heisman. I was like, for a two-way player, this reminds me of the Heisman race in 1997. You said 3?
He's a three-way player. Ain't 2, 3.
What's the third?
Special teams. He's done special teams.
Well, if that's the case, then we might as well say he's the second since Charles Woodson to do it.
Exactly. And what's crazy is he has broken records in all 3: offense, defense, and special teams. So how do you not give it to him?
It was like, well, he wasn't even sixth in touch. He was even top 5 in touchdowns. He wasn't top 5 in interceptions. He was in top 5 in tackles. You have to understand, to be the Heisman Trophy winner, you have to be the best player out on the field. And this season was. Now, for Ashton Jeanty, we want to get into stuff. Let's talk about the fact that who he went up against in the MWC, in the Mountain,
man,
right?
Yep.
If you want to dare compare that to Oklahoma State at the time was in the Big 8 conference, was considered one of the most massive conferences in college football, and there was a time where this was one of the marquee conferences. Not the Big 12. We're talking about the Big 8. Oklahoma State was in this one. And when Barry Sanders ran for his 2,400 yards, this was against big competition.
Yep.
Ashton Jeanty, who did what he's supposed to do. Now, if he would have ran for like 3,000 yards or so, maybe. Granted, he did break records, right? And he played a whole bunch of snaps this season. I'm talking about Travis Hunter in this case. And you want to sit here and tell me that he don't deserve the Heisman? And he was out there on both sides of the field every single game?
Absolutely.
No, and that the reason why he didn't get more interceptions because people wasn't throwing to him, because that's a reason why you're not going to throw to him, because you
ain't going to throw it
on the ball, man.
Man, the man deserved it. He deserved it. I don't care. He deserved it.
And shout out to Jackson State.
State
went in there national championship with the Celebration Bowl, man, beating South Carolina.
Yeah,
Congratulations, South Carolina State. Congratulations for that. So Jackson State had a weekend to remember, and I'm
yeah,
proud.
man,
They had a big proud weekend, man. And you know, Travis Hunter is the first. He's the first FCS player to get the Heisman Trophy. So, you know,
man. Shout out to my boy from Boise State too, man. That dude had a
I'm not
solid.
going. Thank you.
He had a solid year, man. You
Yes,
can't take that. You can't take it away from him.
and I'm not, and I'm not.
Yeah,
I'm not taking
yeah. You
anything
can't
away
take
from.
it away. Yeah, you can't. Definitely can't take that away from him. He. I mean, it was a great. The class that was up for the Heisman. You can't really. Anybody could have won that, but you talking about a three-way player who don't miss a down, who plays both sides of the ball, and if you need him on special teams, he's there. Punt return and kickoff return, whatever it is. It's crazy, man. You can't deny him. The dude got a lot of interceptions this year. He got a lot. I mean, well, not as many as he did last year. Now, last year he's. I mean, but you got to consider the fact that they were losing. They had a losing record with all of his accolades. This year they got a winning record and got a bowl game. So, like, how do you hate on this, man? It's to me, it's okay.
What's up, Jersey? He's saying right here that Ashton Genty played mediocre teams in a mediocre conference. Literally, Boise State put the teams on AJ's shoulders, and that's why he got so many carries this season.
I
If
agree.
Boise State had a good quarterback and a good passing attack, then AJ wouldn't have had as many carries per game. I'm just saying.
No, I agree with that. No, I agree with that. I totally agree with that, though.
That's my thing, man. And again, Ashton Genty had a great season. But as long as I have known about mid-major conferences, they do not receive the love they supposed to get.
At
And
all.
this is the thing. I'm happy that Boise State is finally getting the recognition they finally deserve by being in the college football playoff, because for years, so many teams wanted to see Boise State whenever they were undefeated. Why they not playing for the
Mhm.
BCS national championship? Why they not playing in the national championship? Why they not playing in the college football playoff national championship? Now the opportunity is here for them to do so. But at the same time, just because one reward happened doesn't think you're gonna get a second reward. You're gonna
Yeah,
really you're gonna really deny the stuff that Travis Hunter was able to do this season. And you
massive.
said, oh, he padded stats in the last game of the year. It didn't matter. That pretty much it was already wrapped up because he was out on the field for every single freaking play.
He's out
Just
there for
about.
every snap.
Even when he got injured, he and got back together. Guess what he was doing? Back out on the field. So if you want to sit there and say, well, technically he didn't run, he didn't play every single snap. Every time he got on the field, he had opportunity. He did.
And he made the impact on the game completely.
And that's the reason why we are where we are right now. So congratulations to Travis Hunter. And then the other thing is Travis, run, bruh. But not, he's like, I think I just heard him say on his stream, he was like, his fiance, I'm with her, and that's that. So he kind of squashed it. There was an incident where Trav's girl was at an event with him, and fans were coming over and they were taking pics, and she wasn't having it. And so I'm hearing she's pregnant as well, and so she wasn't cool with it. So she was making her voice heard, and a lot of people had something to say about that. I was being jokeful when I said run, Travis, run. So I'm just putting that out there. Uh,
Run, Travis. No,
see what I'm saying? That's what we like to do on this show. Run, Travis, run. Um, Also, big ups to the Houston Texans, AFC South champions once again,
yes, sir.
second year in a row. When they defeated the Miami Dolphins yesterday, 20-12. As much as I love this team, woo, their first round matchup gonna be a lot difficult than it was last.
That's a fact. And
Gonna be a
they gonna play KC. I think they play KC next,
Saturday.
which
At
yeah,
Saturday.
and they may be without Pat. So I don't know. We'll see. This seemed like a little small ankle sprain. You know,
I
he can
don't
get over
believe
it in
it.
a couple of days.
I don't believe it. I don't believe it. I don't believe it. Cause
If they, if I mean, he is Superman, so we'll see. We'll see how it go.
Superman ain't going nowhere, man.
We'll see. We'll see how it go. We'll see how it
Yeah,
go.
absolutely, man. But congratulations to them. I think we have 4 teams right now that are in the playoffs, and there are 3 other teams that are trying to get into the hunt now. And I'm talking about the
Don't
AFC.
don't do it. Don't do it. Don't
No, no,
do it.
no, no. I wasn't trying to even do that. No,
Okay, good.
I'm not. I'm not here
Because
to
I
throw
did
shade.
see that. I did see that they still have a chance, but who
They are
cares?
they're in the hunt. Believe it or not, that's even more weirder to even say right now. That this
It
team
is
is
weird. It's
this.
weird. They suck.
Hey, folks.
They suck. But they
Hey, y'all.
blew them boys out. They blew Carolina out yesterday.
Yo, this is the
But they
Cowboys,
suck.
man.
They suck. They are horrible. Unfortunately, I don't think they should be in the hunt at all. They need to go hunt at the seat at the house. Go fishing like the NBA always say. Let them go fishing. Go to Cancun. Go to Cabo. Start over next week. Next
So
year.
so so far in the NFC, 3 teams have clinched playoff berths. With Philly, Detroit, and Minnesota.
Yep.
Seahawks losing to the Packers helps the Packers
Ooh,
and help the Rams out because now the Rams are the top spot in the NFC West and they sitting at 8-6. Nobody even seen them coming because they
right.
just kept playing ball. Tampa's sitting right
Right.
now 86, 1.5 games up on Atlanta for the NFC South. Like I said, with the AFC, the Bills, Chiefs, Steelers, and Texans all have clinched playoff berths, with the Chiefs, Texans, and Bills clinching their divisions. So at this case, we're looking at it. Um, the Texans is probably going to be the 4th seed when it comes to this wild card matchup. So that's a given. That's a given. But they got a lot of heart, man, and I just hope that this this team can dominate
Yeah.
that division in the future, man, because they have it, but it's just that they still need some fine tuning to make sure that this team can make a run towards a potential Super Bowl. All right, we're gonna take a time out. We're gonna come right back and chaos. Chaos comes in the second segment,
My
and
goodness.
there's so much chaos that happened in
My
WWE.
goodness. My goodness, man.
But where do we begin when we come back? Okay, so I'm gonna take less than a minute, and we'll be back right after this. Checking in. We're here at the A Train Show right here on Fuel
Let's
Sports.
go.
You hear the music? It's time for chaos. Chaos is here. Oh boy. We're back on this edition of the A Train Show, the A Train Arlington Lane. Woo-wee. Chaos. You heard the
Oh
music.
boy.
Oh
Oh
man.
boy.
And Baby Saturday gave us a bunch of chaos.
Dang. Friday too, man.
Friday
Friday
did
too.
too. Friday
Like it
did as
was just
well,
a
man.
lot going on this weekend, bruh.
Like, listen, let me tell y'all something. As we sitting here, we were going back and forth, getting ready for this Saturday night's main event. A
Yep.
lot of people, a lot of people were upset how Saturday night's main event show was. I loved the show.
Yeah, the show
I
was dope.
loved the show, and we could sit back all day and say, well, there were no title changes, there was no real drama that happened. Now, mind you, this was a pay-per-view type event. This was a PLE
Yeah.
type event. This
Yeah.
was so that means there was going to be no people. They weren't having anybody coming in to jump in on the show.
Yep.
So it was just whoever was going to be the winner was going to be the winner. Everything was clean,
Facts.
everything until the end of the show. And it's like they did not save it until the end. And thank and
Yeah.
you know what's funny? I like it. I like the ending of Saturday Night's Main Event, and
Uh,
I liked what Kevin Owens did at the end when the cameras were not rolling.
I
Come on,
I
sir.
like what they're trying to do with it. I think my
Okay.
issue is where's the fine line? You understand what I'm saying? Are we basic? Because basically Netflix is no holds barred, seems to be. So if Netflix is about to be no holds barred, I guess this is the chaos ensuing until we actually get to Netflix. Because once we get to Netflix, and if it's no holds barred, this all makes sense to me. But if Netflix got some sense of restriction in some format, then I don't think this is a positive thing. I don't think it's a good idea.
You don't think this is a good idea? Why? Okay. Okay. I
Not
think
if
it.
Netflix has a restriction. If Netflix puts a restriction and a ban on WWE's content, I don't think this is a great idea. This is only be a good idea if Netflix do not have that ban or restriction.
I don't think they will. It's going to be WWE's restrictions. They're going to have. I'm
Ooh,
telling because look, they're going out
ooh.
and they're saying that we got family. This is family friendly. They continuously saying that. They keep preaching that. Now I have a feeling they're being very hypocritical about that. I really do believe it. Sorry, gang. That's my story, and I'm sticking to it because it's and like I said, I think it's their self-imposed restrictions, whereas Netflix is going to give them free reign to pretty much do what they want to do.
Oh, that's gonna be dangerous.
But
Oh, that's
I
about.
think
Do you
Netflix,
know how dangerous that's about to be? Because they can go back to the Attitude Era, and it can just be a bunch of radical, dumb, throw it off, and then they're allowing them to do a lot of these vignettes where you are able to see people do stuff off screen,
speak their
and they
mind.
can talk,
Uh,
speak their
mhm.
mind, and all that, dude. So this is nuts. This is about to be crazy, man. If there is no restriction there, man. Ooh,
And
I don't know, brother.
I think what's happening, bro, is that they are. It's like a mini project. They want to see what that does as we're leading up to Netflix by allowing these people to go on their Twitter pages and Facebook and Instagram, say they piece, and then because it's storming towards January 6th, right? So with Saturday night's main event, we didn't have a single thing with Roman Reigns, but everything just about was tied.
So you saw my post. Is basically what you saw.
Of course I did. But guess
Oh
what?
my
Wait,
God.
but guess what? I told you that. I told you that. Uh-huh. I told you. You said, what was the purpose? Why
I
did they
don't
have it?
understand. I don't understand.
What
I don't
was
understand.
the purpose?
What
I told
Roman
you.
Reigns held down the company for 2 years. Well, I mean, four in total, but I'm saying the 2 years during the pandemic, us going through the pandemic, coming
I
out of the pandemic, and still kind of holding down the situation. Why
wait,
everybody mad?
wait. But remember, Drew McIntyre said I was the one that held down the company. Remember that?
I do.
Yeah.
I remember that
Remember
foolishness.
that? And then Roman
How in the heck he held down the company?
took his spot.
He did. He did. Okay, so now that makes sense. It
So
makes
that's
sense to the trauma and the drama. It makes sense. It makes
and
total
he
sense to me
hated
now.
the fact that Roman not only took his spot as the leader of the company, but also the fact that he's done this he's been on this destructive path that has cost many of wrestlers titles because of what happened to the bloodline. And now and that's why I said, man, him being powerless is so great for this storyline. Him, Roman, I'm talking about. Him being powerless makes the storyline intensifies. It's great for WWE. I'm telling y'all, the story is amazing, yo. And then the fact that he wasn't even featured on Saturday night's
Yeah,
main event just
he was
intensified
not.
it even more. I'm like, come on, because the reason why Cody was at Kevin Owens was at Cody Rhodes is because he betrayed him by teaming up with Roman Reigns.
Mm,
I love this stuff. I love this stuff, man.
mm.
Come on. You know you can't send me
I
to
mean,
camp.
I can't say that it's not. I mean, you got him and Seth because of the brotherhood that they had. I can see that. Oh man, yeah, I didn't see the Drew McIntyre significance. I had no idea. I was trying to figure out, but Drew has lost every match against Roman Reigns, especially the big ones. So I can kind of see the dynamic of that kind of processing or pain, you know. Uh-oh, had to
Listen,
turn my
brother.
camera.
What's
So
going
yeah, I can
on,
see
Jim Harris? What's going on,
what's
Keith Cumberland? Thank you. Thank y'all for tuning in. Yes.
I can see that. I can see that. But that's my point. That's my point though. Roman was the face of the company for the 2 years that the company was in the pandemic. Roman held that whole entire thing down. So I can understand Drew being upset because of that reason. But to me, it didn't have enough leg work yet. You know what I'm saying? Like I
But
think that's my issue with the with storylines is that you just throw me into one without giving me the leg work, if that makes sense.
LTS, long term storytelling. That's all it is, man. And even if it's, and listen, and what I'm learning with this, that sometimes the story does not play out when you see it at first.
Yeah, yeah.
And sometimes the story will come to you.
That happens. It happens a lot. It
And that's
happens a
what I
lot.
think has happened here is that the story came to them. And that
Yeah.
Drew McIntyre being involved um in this moniker is like it's out of this is insane. It's getting out of
This
control.
is insane. No, this
It's
is real insane. This is really insane. No, seriously, bro. This is really, really insane. For him to be in the storyline with the bloodline, Seth Rollins, Drew McIntyre, and CM Punk, and Cody Rhodes is like bananas. So yeah, if
and
the
think
whole
about
company turned on Roman Reigns because of the bloodline, how would that look? Ooh.
it. Look, I had to say that myself. It's just like, did you see the New Day? I showed you the New Day's post when
Yeah.
Cody
Oh
got
yeah.
attacked.
Yeah, man.
One word that Kofi said, my man said karma. I
Karma.
said, oh, yeah. Woo, snap. I
Yeah, this
said,
storyline changing, Doc. It's changing in a major way. And I'm kind of digging the new format and the new flow of it. It's changing though. You can see it because they trying to get away from just the battle on battle. But I love it though, man. I love the foolishness that's coming from it. It's like it's real chaotic. Like it's real, real chaotic.
that's the reason why Chaos, sponsored by Philip Johnson Salon and Spa. Make sure that you go today, St. Louis, if you have a chance. Check out a wonderful spot. Philip Johnson Salon and Spa is the place for you. Go relax. See, I'm gonna have to do that myself because lately, something's been wrong with me, but now I need to go find a place to just say, you know what, just take care of me. So if that's the case, good
Yeah,
for
man.
Philip Johnson, Salon and Spa today. Chaos can be always calming later on, but that because in the meantime, we just got a whole bunch of craziness going on behind the scenes.
Yeah,
And
yeah,
I like, did you see the vid? So I know you saw the video with Triple H coming after KO, right?
yeah. That was crazy.
You
Yeah,
know the
man.
story between them two, right?
No. Wait.
Let-
Which story? What story?
Between
Because there's two
KO and
different.
Triple H.
Okay, what story you talking about?
Let me take you back to the time he was handpicked as the Universal Champion. And who was the title holder at that moment?
Ah, ah,
Roman Reigns.
ah. Okay.
Remember that?
Yeah, yeah.
Remember that? And that was that whole thing against the authority. And remember that whole storyline where they kept putting Roman Reigns down our
Like
throats?
that was so many years ago, though. Like, why are we back there? Like, there's so many other things we can pull up. Why are we
That's
there, though?
remember what I just said. The story can come. It can come from something, right? Even if
Yeah,
it doesn't, even if it doesn't happen when it's supposed to, we can get a
right,
story from that.
right.
And
It
look at
makes
what
sense.
we got. KO feels he's been betrayed by Paul.
Yeah, yeah. I get it.
So he's
I,
going to get the wrath of it too. I just took out your champion.
I get it. I
What you gonna
definitely
do?
get it.
So that's why this is how chaotic and insane this really is. Now, I'm waiting for Cody Rhodes to come back so Kofi and Xavier can say that piece again to Big
Yeah,
E. See,
yeah.
I told you. He
I
came back
told
from
you.
a neck injury. How come you couldn't?
Uh,
And they playing on it so tough. I love every single minute of it. Like as crazy as this getting, man. I'm like,
yeah, it's
this
getting crazy.
is
It's getting
attitude
crazy,
era.
bro.
I don't
It
think
is
people.
attitude era.
This is it's getting back. And I seen Jersey's comment. He said, I think that's where we headed back into the attitude era.
I
It's
agree.
slow tinkering.
I
Like I'm
agree,
telling you,
man.
they keep seasoning it just little by little, man. They
No, I
keep
agree, JC. I definitely
Ooh.
agree with that. I agree. Attitude era all over again, man. And I like it because it gave us that flair of chaos and and mayhem. We had that darkness. So
Yes.
yeah, it's gonna be real dope. I love
And
it.
you see, and the one thing that we did not really get a chance to discuss, it was Naomi and Bianca.
But we got to do that after the break, bro. We
After the
got
break,
we
bet
we got to do that after the break.
we're gonna
But I
continue
need to
with
ask you.
more.
I need to ask you a question about this Roman piece, though. So I'm after the break. We'll do that.
All right, we'll definitely do that. So just one, I was gonna do 2 minutes. I'm gonna do 1 minute because I think we want to get back into that topic. So we'll be
Yeah.
back with the show in just 1 minute. Stay close. Let's continue with a little more chaos here on the A Train Show. The A Train, Arlington Lane, the good Reverend Doctor is in the house. Pastor Bailey Jr. Um,
Yeah.
mm,
This is crazy,
mm,
man.
it,
So
it
let me
keeps
ask you a question, though. Let me ask you
say
this
you had a
question
question.
because
Yes.
okay, so we know Roman is tied to a lot of the fiasco that's going on
Correct.
right now.
Hmm.
So do we finally get a bloodline unity against the WWE as a team?
Like an NWO against the world.
Okay,
WW.
well, we remember, you got to remember what Roman said. I I was given the Ulafala and all of this to make sure my family was taken care of. And so this tribal war of what we're getting ready to head into in January, is this to, because what happens if they start fighting and then all of a sudden a Drew McIntyre, a Seth Rollins, um, others band together and they go against Roman, just start jumping him, and then all of a sudden Solo and Jacob and all of them become like they become remorseful and go and help him out. Then we get the whole unity of the whole entire family coming together and him going, you know what, I acknowledge you, and that whole turn. What if that is the game plan
As
of
long as it's
why?
not, as long as it's not produced like the finger poke of doom, and
No,
you know what
no,
I'm
no,
talking
no.
about,
This is
and you know what
this
I'm
is going to
talking
be
about.
an actual turn. Like this is going to be an actual turn. For instance, like I said, you got Drew and you got Seth, who neither really likes Roman. Neither one of them,
Now,
right?
I'm not gonna sit here and say hell no, because I get the part that said Solo don't want to be the tribal chief. He wants to be that, and he don't want to be second or third. But the time will come if he
Yeah,
loses his
man.
tribe. That's the only time it will come. So I'm not gonna sit
Because
here and dismiss it, but I'm gonna be
yeah,
here like if he loses his tribe, because let's say you do happen to get rid of the rabid dog known as Jacob Fatu, and you lose him, he gets X'd out. What does Solo do? Because you know he need him. And you got this man caged and you can't figure out why he can't help you and stuff. Then, only then.
but I think it's going to be even deeper than that, because you got to remember, Solo was his right hand man, right? He was his enforcer, and so you got to consider something, man. They family. Remember, listen. Did y'all listen to what Jimmy said when the show opened up with
On
Jimmy on
SmackDown.
that in that crowd? He's like, man, I'm proud of my brother Solo Sokoa. Like, come on now. It's kind of like they giving us like bits and pieces. They dripping it across the board. Listen to Roman's vignette when he did his little piece with Paul Heyman in the background. He like, yo, let's leave the family in the background and let's have this tribal war. Here's the thing, and somebody brought it up too. Remember when they was all in war games and Solo was in there with all of them? He looked at him and reached out his hand to him, almost kind of like, "Yo, come on, man, let's come back." Yo, I can see that turn for real, and I can see him kind of going, "You know what? I knew I couldn't hold it down because I could only bring in some people that can help our family out." And so I would consider letting Jay go back on his solo joint, letting Jimmy kind of stick with them, kind of build up his career in that format, and let them all roll as one big old team, and they just kill it. But that's what I'm saying. I got a feeling like Drew said all of them jokers just gonna come out the wazoo and they're gonna jump Roman, and it's gonna kind of give them that push to go, yo, that's family. I don't care how we can fight each other, but ain't nobody else gonna jump. Let's go.
Remember, Drew McIntyre said after Saturday night's main event, there was a video of him walking off, and he said, "One down, four to go." If you haven't remembered what
Yeah.
that means, just think of the Survivor Series team that won.
Yeah. I mean, I'm saying, man. I'm
Just think
saying,
of the
bro.
team. Just think of the team that won. So that means he's ready to pick off the next 4. He got Jay, but he wants Jay in the ring. That means after that, he's going to want Jimmy in the ring. That also means he's going to want Punk back in the ring again. And that also means he wants Roman Reigns. So that means if it leads to that and it leads to an ambush, because we didn't even talk about this, Doc. We didn't even talk about DIY getting the tag belts back and how they got the belts back, right?
so, yeah, man. I mean, it's just one chaotic situation after another.
And I
You know what I'm saying?
love
And then you gotta consider DIY got it back. Who gonna get it next?
it's
Who
supposed to
did
be the
they
street. It's supposed to be the Street
who
Profit.
who did they jump in order to take that spot? The Street Profit. And they finna come back with this major vengeance of yo, you had to take us out to get it. We about to snatch it up off of you, and then kind of like that's gonna be a major situation, dude. So it's just a bunch of chaos everywhere, man. But I'm really thinking that this Roman piece is gonna bring family unity until The Rock gets back. When The Rock gets in, then it's gonna kind of be like, well, who told you you can run the family when I'm the final boss? Kind of joint.
And here's
So
my
it just
thing.
it's so
Here's my
many ways this can go, man.
and listen. Okay, Jersey says, Pastor, now that you say it, I think truth could be the reason the bloodline becomes one again. I hope we get the new version of the NW black and white back, but in the form of the bloodline. Listen,
I'm with it, bro.
I see where you're
I'm
going
with
with
it,
that.
man.
I see where you're
I'm with
going.
it. And remember, I kept saying that to begin with. I said there's gonna be a red and white, and they kind of doing this NWO kind of piece to kind of see which one is gonna be more dominant. The only difference is this has got to get us to The Rock at some point. And so, go ahead, go on, bro.
He says Rocky is the true leader of their family. That is so false. It's false. I hate to break it to y'all. It's false. And the reason why I
Roman
say that,
Reigns, man.
and the reason why I say that Rock is not the true leader of the family, you do know the lineage of his family, and that the fact that his mother is adopted into the family. She's
Facts.
not blood of the
Facts.
family. That's the difference why the Rock haven't been in this. But Rock has made it a part of himself to say, I'm a part of this. He's not true blood of the family. That's the
So
people. That's the thing that people
we're
forget.
going blood against boss then.
Because
uh,
Rock won't. Case in point. Now, you ready for this one?
I mean, but he
Look,
still would be in there because according to the family tree, he was on there.
okay, watch this. Watch this. You know the new movie that's coming out this weekend, Mufasa, the Lion
Mufasa,
King.
yeah,
You do
Mufasa.
know Mufasa was not blood to that family, right? Of the Pride Lands. Did you know that? That
I,
Mufasa.
I I cannot say I did or did not. Hence the reason why I want to kind of see the movie because now understanding the origin of Mufasa would determine how we got to where we are with the Lion King with Simba.
I swear, this is the story you could pull in this. Like in WWE, you sit there and say, excuse me, sir. You were never blood from the get-go.
Oh, bro, you know
See
how
what I'm saying?
massive that? No,
I
man,
want my
no, we
money.
can't do that.
I want
We
my
can't do.
money.
We
I
can't
want
do
my
that though.
money. I
We
want
can't
my
do that,
money.
bro.
Yes, you
We
can.
can't do that. We
I
can't
want
do
my
that.
money. I
He
want
was
my
in. He was on the family tree. He
money.
was a part of the family tree. He is
Mm-hmm.
the connection, marital or not. He's still a
Mm-hmm.
part of the family. So you
Mm-hmm.
can't take that away from it.
Mm-hmm. But you can for the storyline. You actually
You
can,
can't.
sir.
You actually can for the storyline.
You can, brother.
you can. You can for the storyline, but doggone it, we can't do it.
Hey, I
Oh
told you.
my God,
Remember
man,
what
this
you
is
said,
chaotic.
man. You sit here and said, man, listen, you said that this story can go for a
It can go
very,
anyway.
very long time, and it
Yeah.
can, as
And it can
long
go
as
any way. It can go any way possible.
it can stay interesting. Because look, we done showed you, we done said to you, it could go many different ways, and as long as they're able to tie those things together, that thing can go for a long time.
Ah,
And we still ain't even got the two people that been signed by WWE, because they still trying to figure out how can we incorporate them into the bloodline. I, happy
man.
Monday to you too, Sabrina. She said
Hey
Mufasa.
Sabrina, what's going on?
Yeah, now people trying to destroy his legacy. Oh, no, 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 no. This ain't about destroying his legacy.
They
This
trying to
ain't
give us the origin of how Scar ended up becoming so evil against him. That's basically what this storyline is about. Mufasa is dead. He's in the
hey,
clouds
but guess
with
what?
the other
Hey,
gods.
Disney cold for that. That's some diabolical stuff there, boy. That's diabolical. I'm sorry. You can't sit here and tell
No,
me.
no, I'm going to watch. I'm telling you, I'm
I'm
going. I
still gonna go
already
see the
booked.
movie though.
I'm going to see this movie because it makes the drama. Like if this is what we've been seeing this all throughout history though. Like all throughout history, stealing a birthright or stealing a spot has always been the next come up for anybody. Like there's been people steal spots on a regular basis for because everybody's ready for the come up. So this is not far fetched in the story. However, to understand how we got to his name being Scar and how he ended up being so evil towards Mufasa makes so much sense. Hence the reason of saying to him, it is the fact that he remember when he had Mufasa sitting on the edge before he let him go, and he was like, "I'm gonna be the it's I'm gonna be the king, like I'm the king, right?" So he wanted that spot that because he felt like he rightfully owned it. Which, if that's the case, then all of this storyline on Mufasa makes sense. It makes sense, but I got to see the
Hey,
movie in order to kind of bring
and
validation to
you know what's weird? No, it ain't. No, let me not say that. Let me not say that. It's not weird at all. This is very biblical. That's all I'm gonna say about that. That whole
No, it's
thing is very
biblical for
biblical.
real. No, it's very biblical.
And
Jacob
I
and
think a
Esau.
lot of I'm ready for Raw, sir. I'm ready for Raw tonight. I am ready for Raw. He said
Yeah.
Rock's Andrew jumping in. Rock's grandfather really wasn't blood either. Yeah, I understand James Earl.
Oh man.
Yeah, it's James Earl.
Oh man.
Uh-huh. Yeah, 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 yeah. And as I think this is about the Rock that JTK said. He said, "You got me on that one, but let's look at what it had." And he mean the Rock done in pro wrestling and for their family and their members. He paved the way for them. Keep it real. And,
Ah.
and, and let's be careful on that.
I
Let's be careful.
mean, let me say this. Okay. I think not to discredit what JCK is saying. I think what it means is every generation got one that carries the torch for the rest of them. So Alpha, all of them, the the Samoans ran WDB for a long period of time. You got his father and grandfather who were tag title holders. You got his father rocking my V. Like it's so many people that have a big part in all of this, right? So I think every generation has part of their family that does a big thing, and then the next generation come in and do it even bigger. So what we got was The Rock kind of carrying the torch from his father from his grandfather, stuff like that, and moving the torch now to Roman. So Roman kind of took the torch from where Rock.
Was supposed to be at. I think that's what he was trying to say before he got cut off. Um, Sabrina says, I'm going to stop tuning into this show because you about to make me go see a kids movie and watch wrestling. And I'm so sick of y'all. Hey, listen, you supposed to be start watching. I told you the bitch started watching wrestling. I told you that a month and a half ago, back in October when Bad Blood was coming.
Come on, Sabrina, you gotta come on, jump
Get
on
in. Hey, Peacock is still around until January 1st.
until January. Yeah.
And then after that, everything is moved. So you ain't want to jump in. All right, we're gonna take a timeout. We're gonna come right back and close this bad boy out. 1 minute. We just talked about a bunch, man. And we got Raw coming up tonight. Cause we got some world
Yep.
heavyweight champion
Yep.
matches to deal with too.
We got some stuff to address.
Yes,
We still
indeed. All
need to
right.
talk about this Bianca and Naomi piece too.
Hey, yeah. All right, we'll be back. Stay close.
Welcome back to this edition of the A-Train Show, the A-Train final part of the A-Train Show for Monday. And oh boy, we have touched on so many different topics, especially in the WWE thing, because you know that we like talking wrestling. We can talk about this the whole show. That's all we
Whole show.
We
man.
ain't got to touch on other sports because if you check us out, you know how we do when we touch on wrestling.
Y'all forgive me. I'm moving around out here. I got cars and stuff trying to get my car fixed.
You got to stay out of harm's way, big dog. You got to stay out of harm's
Yeah,
way.
I'm trying to stay out the way of everything. You understand what I'm saying?
Let's touch on this topic before we get out. We were talking about the Bianca and Naomi situation.
Yeah.
We got Raw tonight, and Bianca was told by Nick Aldis that unless you find that at first he was going to have to
relinquish the belt.
Relinquish them. And she was like, no. Naomi came in, jumped in and said, hey, let me help out. I'll be there for you. I was like, all right. I said, when that happened, I said, this is making this even better for me to believe that both of them was part of this. This is
Could be
Bianca and Naomi. They got Jade out the way.
Could be, man. Could be. I agree. And then I think I'm more leaning towards Bianca now after watching it. After seeing that, I'm leaning more toward Bianca instead of Naomi, but I do think they collaborated together to do this.
And she was the orchestrator of it.
She was the orchestrator
of the dirty work.
Yep. Only because of the simple fact that, remember, they've had several run-ins already where almost hitting each other, almost knocking each other over, have knocked each other over several times, bumping into each other. Like it's been the weirdest combination or whatever. So yeah, I kind of feel like it's that.
And I think where we're headed is it's going to be a massive problem come January 3rd. January 3rd is SmackDown of the new year. I would love things to cultivate on January
I don't
6th.
like it. I don't like it.
Listen, sir. Listen, sir. This is what I'm telling you. You say you don't like it. This is what you've been wanting.
I have been wanting this, but I
You've been
think I was
wanting this
looking for.
for a while.
I've been looking for this down the road. We was thinking this was gonna come, bro. You tripping, man?
It's now,
I'm
man.
saying to you, we was thinking that this wasn't gonna come until what, WrestleMania? That's a big to do.
For what? Why wait? Let's bring it now. Give it to me
Yeah,
now,
yeah,
bro. Before the new year.
yeah,
I want it before the new year is over.
yeah, man.
You was
Yeah.
a hindrance. And hey, listen, check this out.
I've been
I'm
helping
on
you
one
out
where
this
she
whole
on
time.
crutches, yo. With Jade on crutches, and she's sitting there listening to them just go ham on her. To the point she come to tears, like, why am I here? Almost like Ethan Page was, how he feeling after he lost his match on NXT.
No.
Oh,
I was thinking about this. Remember the time when we got the heel turn where and I want to say it was Mankind that first time when he came back as Cactus Jack, and he had that whole little moment, and then once he got hit that one time with Undertaker, he ended up becoming Mankind overnight. It was like he was sitting back there kind of just fading out and kind of, rocking back and forth, and I'm going, yo, this is a good heel turn to get him to. I'm thinking that she needs to have one of those moments like that, like be so hurt to where we see the storm in her eyes, like her eyes start changing. Whoa, bro.
Andrew said, when does Cody make his heel turn? Now, the only way he does, in my opinion, is if that whole weird thing that happened with KO was nothing but a setup.
I don't think he's gonna do it.
But I don't think they're
gonna do it.
It would be to bait
Randy. Too much. It's too much of a face.
Yep.
Yeah. I don't think he's gonna do it.
A lot of people want to see Cody turn heel, man, and I
don't think that's happening. He's too much of a face, and then he came back to be to have some type of. We got to remember, Cody won very, very few in WWE prior to leaving. So coming back, being the WWE champion, finishing the story, I don't think they're gonna make him a heel. It will be shocking to me to see him become a heel right now in this moment. Now maybe later at some point, but I don't think that's gonna happen, dude.
I want to, you know what? Shout out to Chelsea Green winning the Women's U.S. Championship. We called that one.
I called it. I'm like, yep, Chelsea Green coming.
As much as I wanted to be, I just had this feeling that Chelsea Green was already on top as it was, and Mi Chin was just.
Mi Chin ain't got no formidable opponent.
Exactly.
And Chelsea though has been rolling with Piper Niven, and you know what's about to go down. She gonna be bragging like she did. I told y'all I'm this and this and that, and she all out in Disney World with Matt, and they holding up the championship belt and running around doing it. Like, I'm telling you right now, that's gonna piss off Piper Niven, and it's gonna be a whole nother ball game when this comes. Watch, I tell you, that's a whole nother fight.
And Matt Cardona and Chelsea Green are the first couple to win the U.S. Championship in WWE history.
Yep.
So big ups to the Cardona family. With that, the Intercontinental Championship for the women's side is still in high gear. So that'll go down tonight on Monday night.
I don't like that either. Who you got winning that whole thing?
One is going to be somebody from Pure Fusion Collective.
Oh,
it's going to be Zoe Stark. Telling you. And the reason why I say Zoe, because Sonya is going to resent Zoe Stark. And it's already slightly started now. It's slightly. They made
bro.
Zoe dress up. There was a video that was out with her and Maxine Dupree. Maxine Dupree gave her a makeover. She came out in a skirt and some high heels. And they resented her then. They looked at her. It was probably a funny joke, but it starts then. And let's not forget Sonya Deville not even being in the tournament. Zoe Stark would be the best person to win this tournament just because you want to see what that does for Pure Fusion Collective. It's going to have Sonya resent her.
I don't know who I would give this to. I'm gonna be honest with you. I ain't got the finger on the pulse of this one because there's so many that I could see them literally giving it to Lyra Valkyria. Like I could see them literally.
Or what? Why would you give it to her when she's already been a champion this year?
That's my point. It's so like that's why I said there's no template. Like, see, even with the Chelsea Green, we can kind of see this developing. I can't like put my finger on like the pulse of what. Look at all of the participants in the tournament right now. Pay attention to all of the participants. I'm going, y'all. It can be so. It's not a clear cut, straight to the point. This person is going to be the most dominant, or this person is going to be the odds-on favorite. We can't see that in this because there's so many of them. Okay, I get it.
I'm telling you now, the two matches that they got coming up is Zoe Stark, Raquel Rodriguez, Kaden Carter. That's one match. And then the other one is Alba Fire, Kairi Sane, and Natalia. Unless Dakota Kai is doing that because she didn't get any gold, I don't see how Zoe Stark don't get it. Okay. I don't see how Zoe Stark don't get it because
Raquel Rodriguez.
Zoe Stark has been around. I get it.
Raquel Rodriguez.
For what?
Because she lost it from injury. Well, she didn't lose that title, but she lost her title from injury. And then not to mention, she's in the Judgment Day with Liv. Why not give her a title? It makes them more dominant. It gives more people opportunity to kind of go at them. Like it just makes more sense.
It makes sense. It does make sense.
I don't know, bro. It's too. If we ain't getting the
triples titles, if we ain't getting the triple titles, I want to see Zoe Stark winning. If we're not getting the trips, forget it. Kairi, he's been a champion though.
No, Kairi is not gonna get. It's not gonna be Kairi. It's not gonna be Kairi because Io ain't got it. That's gonna bring jealousy there. You know what I'm saying? Like, so it's kind of like
that goes back to Dakota Kai.
Exactly. That's my point. Exactly. I think we just need to go and get the trips built and then let Pure Fusion Collective, Damage Control, let all of them just kind of war at it for the sake of being able to do that. What I don't think, honestly, I think it's gonna be Raquel Rodriguez. It makes more sense to allow her to have it. I can see where you're going with Zoe Stark. It's gonna be one of the two. It's gonna be one of the two, but I really think it's gonna be Raquel only because she lost the belt due to injury, and then not only that, Judgment Day is carrying titles right now. Yeah. So if you got her as an enforcer with the title, it just makes them a dominant faction right now. It just makes more sense.
And quiet is kept. I know people don't like it, but Liv Morgan is probably one of the best champs right now in WWE. I know people don't believe that, but she hasn't had a lot of her matches been her matches. She won clean, even though they got involved at the end, now probably at the end of the match, but that last one she had against Io, that was her. She won that clean off of Oblivion. So I'm just saying, like, she's been.
We got to figure it out.
Pretty good. I got to see.
I'm looking forward to tonight.
We got the collision course between Damian and Finn, which I think that's gonna happen at the Rumble. Yeah. We got Saturday night's main
Now
event.
that's gonna happen. It's gonna happen January 6th.
Right. And then we got Tribal Combat.
Yeah, let's go. This is about to be nuts. I'm ready.
Hey.
Let's go, Netflix.
Man.
Get y'all streaming together. We don't want no issues. Netflix.
Everybody and their mama finna tune into that first show. I swear they did.
Netflix. I need y'all to get it together for football season and for WWE. Get it together. We don't want no
Everybody and
issues.
their mama watching that first show. They are.
I'm telling you,
they
we're watching
have
that first
probably
show.
one of the biggest audiences for wrestling in a long time. It's gonna be nuts.
Hey, I need everybody on here right now in the shop. Netflix, get it together. Get it together. We don't need no problems. Because when I stream, I want to see it clearly. I want to be ready to go.
I'm scared. Me personally, I'm scared. I'm scared now. Because I said it's gonna work out. And I think it is. My problem is January 6th. Everybody gonna flood in because they want to see what this product is gonna look. I'm like,
absolutely.
If I'm not mistaken, this is the same product you're gonna get that you be getting on Monday nights anyway. It's going to Netflix and they show promote. They've been promoting this hard.
They better make sure that stream ain't bad, because boy,
hard, brother.
If that stream is bad, now see, you got to consider we talking about network to streaming. You better make sure them streams. Make sure them streams are right. Make sure, because I need to be able to see Jada Parker.
Oh boy, if she pop up on that, man, hey, y'all have to carry me out of work. All right, we done went into overtime, bro. So I'm sorry, we weren't supposed to, but I had a whole hour playing, but it's okay. But yes, you said we don't want Netflix.
Netflix, get it together. Get it together, Rev. That's all I'm trying to tell y'all. We got to make sure Netflix get it together. I'm sending them messages up front. Hey, come January 6th, we need no issues at all. We need everything to be crystal clear.
Yes, Roy. He saw Jimmy go up.
Yeah, we saw that. Yeah, we saw it.
We did. And you see what happened? He got knocked out.
Yeah, we saw it.
Folks. Wednesday. We back at it?
I'm in Wednesday, brother. We on vacation. We breaking.
Let's go. And you know what? We won't do it Christmas Day or New Year's Day. So we want y'all to enjoy stuff with I want to enjoy it with your families and whatnot. Now, I probably won't do it. The last show I'll do of the year is probably be this Friday. And then we'll just get 2 weeks off. And then unless something major pop, that's something really major pop.
It's probably gonna be major anyway. It's gonna be major.
Major
if you're
pop.
in the Houston area, we got a special show that's going on December 30th. We will not be at the Toyota Center. We're gonna be at the Praise Dome. We're gonna watch it on a big screen, and we're gonna come together as a family. Let's get it.
How will y'all feel about a Vancouver WNBA team? The same ways and I feel about a Vancouver NBA team. No. That's what I'm saying. 4 thumbs down. All right, y'all. We out of here.
Piece of hair grease, baby.
Alone. But yep, love piece of hair grease. We out of here. The Reverend Doc's out Wednesday, same time, same bat channel. Hopefully we'll be on time.
Jada Parker.